Hi, I'm Amy Whalen with Amy's Inklings, and today I wanted to show you how I made this card. It's with the Celebrate Today stamp set and the balloon framelit bundle. And I got a little adventurous with it. I actually made it a tri-panel card. And what's interesting is that when it's closed, it's got a banner, but then when you open it, it has the banner still there. I just thought that was kind of nifty. So I wanted to show you how to make it. So come on in. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, here's a better close-up picture of the card. When it's closed, it looks like a full banner there, and then of course, when you open it, the banner is still complete on the inside, which I kind of like. And then it opens up that way. Alright, the products we're using for this particular project are the Celebrate Today and Balloon Framelit Bundle. Fabulous bundle, I've used it a lot. And then within our celebration catalog, I'm using this designer series paper called Best Year Ever. So essentially, if you purchase $50 worth of product in our annual and or occasions catalog, you can choose this set of designer series paper for free. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'll move this out of the way. Alright, we're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 10 3/8. I'm going to go ahead and cut that by 5 1/2. Then I need to score that at 2 1/4 and 6 3/8, which I know is right here at the edge of that little gray mark. And then we're done scoring. So to go ahead and fold our cardstock, there's the base of the card. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use our Big Shot. I don't know if it's in the full camera. And I've already set into the Big Shot a piece of Best Year Ever DSP with the balloon framelit. And I'm going to crank one of those out. And if I'm shaking the desk and camera, I'm sorry. Just as easy as that, we have a balloon. I also did that in white because I needed a white one. So we have this in Best Year Ever, and I have a white one I'm going to adhere it to. Alright, now I need to put a piece of Pool Party. This measures 3 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put it through the Big Shot with our dots embossing folder, and I'm going to emboss that. So the next thing I need to do is punch out the other hot air balloons. Now the bundle only comes with one size hot air balloon and one size basket. So in order to show different size balloons, making it appear that they're in the distance, I just resorted to using circle punches. So I took another piece of the Best Year DSP and our 1 3/8 of an inch circle punch, and I punched that out. I'm also going to do a white one just to give it a little bit of reinforcement. With the 2-inch circle punch, I then cut out one of these. And again, did one in white as well. We're going to go ahead and stick the designer series paper to the white circle, and what this does is it gives the balloons more of kind of a reinforcement, so it's not so easy to bend. But also I like the idea because when the card's on the back side, or when they're reading the card on the inside, they're just white on the back, if that makes any sense. And we'll go ahead and glue this one as well. I'm using our Tombow all-purpose glue. I love it. It dries right away. You only need a smidge of it so it doesn't wrinkle the paper either. For a liquid glue, it's beautiful. Alright, so now we have to assemble our card. Here's another piece of the Best Year Ever designer series paper. I like it because it almost looks like white clouds in a blue sky. And I'm going to glue that to this front panel, and I want it all the way flush to the right. I want it all the way to this edge right there. Okay. On the inside, on this panel, we'll go ahead and put down the pool party. And let me backtrack a little bit. This particular DSP measures 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. If I didn't say earlier, this piece of pool party measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and put that there. Perfect. Oops, let me slide that up a little bit. Okay, now I want to go ahead and figure out where my balloons are going to go. This one I wanted to go off the edge, and we have room to do that because when the card's folded it's only 4 inches wide, and I did that on purpose so that this particular balloon can go off the edge of the paper of the card. I'm also stacking it this way because I don't have different size baskets, and this way it covers up where the basket would have been for the smaller balloons. Alright, so with Memento black ink, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the basket to the big hot air balloon, and I have to do that first because the minute I pick my hand up, those are going to go flying off. See? Alright, so that's where our hot air balloon's going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and in my original card I put Stampin' Dimensionals on this particular balloon, but then it made it really hard to slide the other ones in place. I'm just going to use regular glue, like there. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and finish gluing these in place. Okay, stampers, I have a confession to make. I don't measure. Typically, I just eyeball things, but that does not help you at all. So I have gone back and I have measured the Whisper White and the Crushed Curry banner pieces. The top one, the long one that's going to go on the inside flap, Crushed Curry measures 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. The Whisper White is 3 3/8 of an inch by 5/8 of an inch. The small little banner that's going to go on the front flap measures 2 1/8 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch, and the Whisper White measures 2 inches by 5/8 of an inch. Now, when I laid this out, and I noticed something, I made a boo-boo, and it's just going to have to be the way it is. And the sample card, the banner's on this side, and I stamped it on that side, and that's just going to have to be the way it is. But it still works. So what I did was I put the inside banner here, I closed the flap, and I just wanted to be sure I was leaving room for Just Happy here with Birthday fully exposed here. So on this piece, I actually drew a little pencil line that I'm about to erase, and that measures 1 3/4 of an inch from that side. And all that did was that when I went to stamp this, I knew that that pencil mark had to be between the happy and the birthday. I hope that makes sense. So let's go ahead and assemble the pieces. And again, this cut banner mark is supposed to be on the inside, but hey, things happen, and so it's just going to have to be the way it is for this particular card. So let's go ahead and put this on the inside. I should probably put the first one down first, because we have to make sure this goes right on the edge, like that. See how it goes right flush with that edge. Then this one will slip underneath, and I'll put just like that. And this here is where that pencil mark was. Now the last thing that we need to do is put the hot air balloon on the inside of the card, and that's our very last step. Now I've already die cut this on our Big Shot using the balloon framelit, and I've already trimmed that little side of it off because it's going to go flush right there. Then I'm going to take an old sticky note to protect the inside of my card, and I will take the basket again from the stamp set and Memento and stamp that on the card. And guess what, stampers? We are done. Ta-da! So, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. This was a lot of fun to make. I like that it had the added surprise of the inside, and I would encourage you to give it a try too. Thanks for stopping by Amy's Inklings. Bye-bye.